Hi everyone, today I'm doing a quick hair tutorial that was requested a lot, especially after I did my July favorites. That's what I will show you. It was requested a lot even before I started my channel. It's very easy, it just takes a bit of practice. And before I start, I just want to say I'm soon going to be doing a video about me and my condition, because I get asked a lot of questions here on YouTube and on Twitter and from Spring. So if you have any non-stupid questions that you want to ask about me or my condition or whatever, leave a comment or send me a message here on Twitter or from Spring, and I'll try and answer as many as possible. So that's that. I'm not really looking really glamorous today. I'm just in my hangout Tinkerbell t-shirt. My nails look horrible. I have to redo them, I know. So let's get started. So for this, what you will need is I didn't say what I was actually doing. Basically, I'm going to show you how to do really gorgeous looking curls with your hair straighteners, and it's really easy. It really is. So what you need is a heat protecting spray or serum, whatever you feel more comfortable with. At the moment, I'm using the VO5 styling spray. It looks like this, and it smells really good. I like it a lot. And I also do use this before I even hair dry my hair, blow dry it, because it's very important to protect your hair from any kind of heat. So not only when you're using your straighteners or your curlers or whatever, as well before you blow dry it. So it's very important. You will also need a brush or a comb. I use my wooden comb, and I use it wooden because it generates less electricity when you use it through your hair. And also something like this, very practical for when you're parting your hair and everything. And your straighteners. Mine is Remington. I've had it for a few years, so I don't know if it didn't make it. This was actually designed, as well as to be straighteners, to do curls as well. And if you notice, the edges are not sharp, they're more round, especially for curls. And also you see here the with wire attaches to the straighteners. You see it will do this especially to be doing curls, because otherwise when you do this with your straighteners, the wire will all tangle up, and then every time you have to untangle it, it's very annoying. So and also something that I really liked, my straighteners came with this, which is a heat-proof case, and I always use it to rest the straighteners on when I'm using it, and after I've used it for it to cool down, because many people just leave their straighteners on surface, often like this, and you risk burning your house down. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I do is I part my hair in half like this, and I'm going to start with this half. So I'm throwing this behind my back, and then I'm taking the first piece of hair, and then I'm taking these out of the way, like so. Make sure you don't have any knots in your hair, because otherwise the curls will look it won't look good. So also, before you start doing your curls, you want to decide if you want them going outwards or inwards. I always do them outwards, especially up front, but sometimes towards the back I will alternate them, as in one going outwards and one going inwards, so they don't get together and just form one big curl. And also you have to experiment with which way you have to turn the straightener, because everybody's hair is different. For example, I have weird hair and especially this half. Sometimes if I want my curls to go outwards, sometimes I have to turn the straightener outwards, sometimes I have to turn it inwards. My hair is weird like that. So what you do is you spray a bit of protecting spray, make sure all the way through, and then take your straightener, and what you do, I'm sorry if I'm going to be looking down, but I don't have a mirror in front of me, so I'll have to look at what I'm doing. First, you straighten it down a bit, and then when you're at this point, what you do is turn 360, and then you keep hold of the end, and then go down slowly. Go slow, very slow, because otherwise it's not going to turn out the curl. And make sure you have a steady rhythm. When you're done, see, I wanted it to go outwards, but it's going inwards, and I did it that way because the last time I did it, I had to turn the straightener outwards for the curl to go outwards. But this time I did it outwards and it went inwards. So yeah. So after you do that, you don't touch the curl. All you can do is spray some hairspray on it, but try not to fiddle with it because it's still warm and it needs to cool down. If you play with it whilst it's still warm, you're going to it's not going to last. So you put that back and take another strand. Also, you will have to try this a few times and see which curls hold better for you. For example, for me, the curls at the back of my head, they will hold for up to 4 days before they start to drop down, which is very good. But the ones at the front, they will start to drop and look more loose after a couple of days. For other people, it's the other way around. Here, at the curls at the back of their head, they will loose and soften up quicker than the ones at the front of their head. So you have to, that depends on your hair. Also, after you realize which section of your hair will hold curls better, you basically can take bigger sections for that part of your hair for when you do your curls, because it will hold better. Basically, the smaller the section, the longer the curl will hold. So, for example, I take sections that are quite big at the back because I know they will hold, but at the front I will take smaller sections because at the front my curls hold shorter. So the thinner the curl, the less the weight on it, so the longer it will take it to go loose. And also something else I didn't tell you, temperature of the straightener is essential as well. For example, I have very thick hair and it's very heavy and I have a lot of it, so I'm gonna use a higher temperature. My straightener goes up to 220, so I will often go up to 200 and 190. But if you have very thin hair and you don't have as much hair as I do, I would suggest going with lower temperatures. So let me show you another one. Here you go. A bit of protecting spray. Make sure it's all the way through. This time I'm gonna try and curl it inwards, see if anything changes. And also something else I didn't tell you. You straighten it for a bit, and then when you turn the straightener and you start going down, make sure you do that and then start going down pretty quickly, because otherwise you will have the first curl that will be very stiff and with not very good angle, and it's very hard to get rid of that. If you then go and straighten your hair and try and get rid of it, it's going to be hard. So make sure you straighten it and then turn it 360, and then make sure you go very slow, because I'll show you. Otherwise, if you don't go slow and you go very quickly, this will happen. Nothing happens. So straighten it, and then you turn it 360, and then you start going down slow. And this is what happens. Now, as I said, don't play with it too much. If you want to put some hairspray on it, go ahead. I don't, because I only use hairspray at the end. I don't like the feeling of the curls being rock hard. I like them to be soft. So what I do, I just push them back and keep going. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions or you're not sure what you're doing or whatever, you can leave comments or send me messages or whatever you want to do. So I hope you liked this and it was helpful to you.